Hello, back out on another wild camp with a difference this time, because the car has been left at home. I'm walking from my house to the campsite. Beautiful day, look at the sun. It's also different because not actually camped at this site before, and done a little bit of a research online on YouTube. I was only able to find one other video of someone camping at this place. I'm going to a hill that's pretty close to me. It's called Chinley Churn, or some people call it Cracken Edge. It's actually a disused, well, it's a hill with a very, very old disused quarry at the very top, and even has some old quarry buildings up there. So it's quite an interesting site, really. It's not like a standard hill. Yeah, so it should be good. One of the reasons why I was wanting to check out this place for a camp is because it is so easily accessible for me. It's not like very, well, it doesn't need to be much of a walk if I don't want it to be. I can get quite close with the car, so it's ideal for a later into the season sort of camp, sort of autumn and winter camp if I want to keep going. So I can park and be up at the top of Chinley Churn in like 20 minutes, half an hour, very top if I want to. And with it being lots of little alcoves, because it used to be a quarry, in theory should be quite sheltered. So yeah, hopefully it should be good. So let's go. There we go, back off the back onto the footpath. A bit steep this way. I think I have to walk on the road a tiny bit later on, but other than that, be on the footpath pretty much all the way. It's good. It's not a very popular footpath this. Oh, everything's pretty overgrown. Not like walking on top of a Kindle, like that, are we? Probably won't see anyone on this walk now. Oh, that's that field done. Walk down there into the wood. This fit's gonna suck now. It's pretty steep. Yeah, it's lovely. Nice little stream in there. I was going to bring the water filter. Got a Catalan B3 filter, which I've used a few times on Kinder, but the sort of farmers' fields and stuff above where I am now, so I was a bit sort of like, I don't know, sort of like you talk about sort of like runoff on the farmers' fields and stuff. Whoa! So I'm just lugging plenty of water, which is a bit rubbish really, but better safe than sorry really. Yeah. Right, stop for a little breather. It's pretty steep this bit. Need to get myself up there past that tree, and it keeps going. Eventually brings you out onto a thing called Laneside Road. Beautiful wood down there in that valley. And that's you can't really see the village, but well, yeah, you can see that's the village of New Mills and Swizzles, the factory that makes the Love Heart sweets and all them lovely things. It's what we're famous for in New Mills, is Swizzle sweets. Getting there now, making brilliant progress. Beautiful weather. It's at the top of, I think that's a cow. At the top of New Mills now. That's the village of New Mills over there. I don't know if you can see with the sun. Yeah, it's pretty bleak up here. I never sort of feel like I like it at this bit. Sort of, yeah, you know, you just get a funny feeling about. In winter it is pretty bleak. this bit. I think it's because it's like it's a road and it just suddenly ends and it's gravelly, and so you just get funny vibes about some places, don't you? Doveholes is like that if you sort of know the High Peak area, Buxton. It's quite sort of, sorry if you're from Doveholes, but I always yeah, it's not for me. Doveholes, just get a funny sort of vibe about the sort of landscape there. Anyway, enough of that. I'll be trying some new kit as well today. I've got myself a nice lightweight sleeping pad, the Exped SynMat Hyperlight Medium, so it's like the regular size one. So I'll show you that as well, like doing like a little mini review for you. Here we are. Oh, this is what it's been for. Oh yeah, this is a good option. Let's give you a view from here. Ooh. Yeah, don't fall down there. Yeah. There we go. There's Kinder. We're on the top Chinley Churn now. That's the sort of quarry down there. That's where I'm going to go. Find somewhere to sleep. I'll show you. Give you a little explore of the little coves and cool little sort of spots. There's actually some buildings in there as well. Okay, so what can we see? Let me get my bearings now. Okay, so I do believe that is South Head. Yeah, it is. That's South Head. That one next to it's Mount Famine, and there's Kinder there. Kinder Scout. But the downfall there in the middle. That sort of side is where you come up Willing Clough. You probably can't make it out. You can just see the reservoir. On the hayfield side, you can go up, across the top, past Sandy Hayes. There's the downfall. Walk along. There's Edel Rocks there. Swine's Back, and the pretty unimpressive brown knoll, and then there's the road. It takes you to Hayfield from Chinley. Okay, so we're just getting into the quarry now. That's the first of the sort of old buildings that you see. The proper, barely a building, well, a bit different. I was going to put you together a little bit of a script to talk about the quarry, but I might have a little Google. I've got an connection up here, I can have a look. Wait. It hasn't been a quarry for a very long time, I can tell you that much. And there was some mining done here as well, so it wasn't just a quarry, an open quarry, it was actually a mine. And I can show you from the edge down there is actually still got the wheel that would like winch the I don't think there is a trig point. Is it worth going and having a look? Let's go and have a little explore in the quarry now. So this is basically the top of Chinley Churn. This is what we're dealing with here. Lots of sort of like remnants of lots of activity that from a long time ago. And it was a sandstone quarry. Whoop. And I think the reason why it was here is because it would utilise the really busy railway line that was put in from Chinley a long time ago. The train station at Chinley was really, really massive for some reason. I think it was an exchange or an interchange train station with lots of platforms and lots of lines. You wouldn't think it, even because it would have been an even smaller place than it is now. But yeah, so this is the disused quarry at Chinley Churn. Okay, the There is actually a cave here. Not a very big one. But it's a cave you can get inside of. It's quite deep inside there. Be a bit uncomfortable to sleep in there. It's probably full of sheep shit in there, that it is. But yeah, lots to see up here. And I think over this side is where I had in mind, because there is actually quite a lot of a building left on this side, so I'll show you. Okay, so this is probably, I think, pretty sure this is the most of a building that's left up here. I wonder what that was. Have a little look inside. I mean, this has not been a working quarry for a very, very long time. People have done all sorts of mad stuff here. Yeah. Okay, so we've had a scoot around. It's not rich pickings for places to put the tent unless you want to go up on the top. It's kind of cool to be in the quarry here. So this is as flat as it gets, which is good because we're near that building, which is pretty cool. Okay, this is where we're camping. I've had a really good scoot around. That's as flat as it gets. It's not a bad spot, it's pretty sheltered. It's not really an ideal summer spot this, because it's still really light, quite late, and it's not that high up here in comparison to Kinder, but you know, autumn, this is going to be such a good spot to come. Well tucked away, not high up, sheltered. Cool. So that's the campsite there, just on the other side of that little mound there. You can see the rocks. That's where I'm going to set my tent up, just in that alcove there. Just putting in perspective how not really that wild this is. As in, it's not at all like going up on Ginder. That's the farm buildings just there. And it's got a nice little pond, that guy. There's fire on. He's yeah, and these buildings just there. That's someone's house. That's really quite close. So we're not that far away from roads and buildings here at all. There's that wheel. There was actually a mine, and you would have used that wheel to winch the sort of cart in and out to bring the stone out. Apparently there is a way of getting in there actually. I'm not sure how you access it, but I have seen photographs on Google where you can get into the sort of mine hatch, into the sort of, so I'd be sort of stood on top of it, I suppose. I might have a little look in the morning and see. I'm not going to go try and get in, but I might see if there's I can show you the way in. But yeah, apparently there was some mining here as well. But yeah, we are very, very close to the road here. So and this is why it was my thinking that this would be an ideal spot for a very early into the year or late into the season camp, because once we get over here, we're totally hidden from all the buildings in the quarry, you see. Let's see how we go. This is the new bit of kit, the Exped SynMat Hyper Light Medium. I have already had a go at setting it up. This is the thing that it was sort of like, it's not an upgrade to something really decent. It's just I just didn't really have a decent pad. I was using a ridge rest foam roll mat, and sometimes to supplement that I was using like a really basic self-inflating mat from Go Outdoors. It's like a Euro height generic blue one. You will have seen it, like 1.2 kilos on its own. Not really suitable for lightweight wild camping, so I've treated myself to this. It is, I think I haven't got the specs with me, about 350 grams, something like that, pretty lightweight, 7 centimeters thick. It's got an R rating of about 3.3, so it should be fine for what I need it for. You know, if I want to go in winter, I can always use a foil blanket. Comes with this pump sack as well, which is definitely easier than blowing it up by using your mouth, but I'm not quite. Still getting used to using it. It's a clever little tool, and it also, you can use it as just a dry bag. So it's a waterproof bag that you can put your stuff in. So you could sort of line your whole rucksack with this and put everything in it if you wanted to. See, didn't take long at all. It's up now. It's got a one-way valve, so I can take that off safely. It's not going down. What I'd recommend if you're interested in this, right, is to definitely have a look at the specs. I'm probably getting loads of the numbers wrong. That's it there, all pumped up. I think it's 182 centimetres long, 52 centimetres from the widest point. It is a lightweight sort of trekking mat, so it tapers to try and save as much weight as possible on pack size. I probably should have shown you it in more detail in its pack, but that's the stuff sack that you get. It is very small, lightweight, so hopefully I'm not going to puncture it now on these rocks. This is what it's like. Very comfortable. I can't feel the floor at all, even though this is pretty rocky ground. And it's insulated as well, so I should be fine to use it in pretty cold weathers. And there it goes. So this is going to be the first night and it's going to get used. So hopefully it's going to be a good night, and I'm going to be not completely shattered from a lack of sleep tonight. And tomorrow I'll be able to just do stuff, which is the idea really. I don't want to keep going out camping and then just being so tired the next day from such a poor night's sleep that the next day's a write-off really. And I think you notice when you get older is your time is precious, so you know those days just sort of monging out at home the next day are wasted really. It's still worth going, but if I can get a good night's sleep, my free time's not been wasted, so it's well worth it. Yeah, Exped SynMat Hyperlight Medium, and they do a medium wide, which is slightly wider, but I think for the extra money it just didn't seem worth it to me. I'm a side sleeper anyway, so I should be okay with that. Cool. Just a little addition to the video, a little review. This is the tent, the MSR Elixir 1. Can't remember the specs of it. I've used this this is the 4th wild camp it's been used on, and I'm really happy with it. You know, it's a one-man tent, but it's a really roomy one-man tent. This is totally suitable for one person. I mean, look, there's the airbag. Look at the size of the porch, and this can go into different stages as well, so it can be open right out. The porch can be open, so it's almost completely no porch whatsoever. It's great having the side opening, so if you've got a great view, not that we have today, because I'm doing a sort of trying out this sort of sheltered spot for autumn and winter, even though Kinder Scout is just over there. It is nice to have the view from the side, so you can lie down and sort of enjoy your view from the side. One thing I really do like about this tent is the little locker things at the top. The little nets are really, really handy. I know you can buy generic ones that you strap in, but these come sewn in. There's one on that side as well. They're so great because you can just put your lights in. I have like an LED strip light, like a ribbon of LED lights that I put in, and then I connect it to my power pack, the USB power pack, and that's really handy. I just put it up in there, and that's, you know, I don't have to hang anything. And then it's got the lockers, the little sort of places to pop your stuff there as well. You know, if you see that airbed, that's 52 centimetres wide, all the extra space. So for one person tent, I should say. It is big enough for one person. It is suitable for one person. You know, normally people have to get the 2-person tent for one person, but that is fine. That's well big enough for one person. Yeah, check out the moon. Look at that. Yeah, so it's going well. Let's have a look at the view over here. I'm very confident there's not going to be seeing people now. Before it was like, can't set the tent up now. It's quite a, yeah. So it's a shame I can't really see that from the tent, but there is like farmhouses are just down there. Can't really just be camping right out in the open. It's not fair on the locals, and there's a chance I'll get moved on. But that's Kinder Scout, which I've camped up on 3 times before. Stunning, beautiful place. But yeah, it's quite nice to have the view of the mountain, but not necessarily on the mountain. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. Look at the moon. Check out the moon. It's good. Yeah, it's good up here. View of Kinder Scout is stunning. Sun's well gone in now, but obviously it's still light because it's like July the 15th, something like that. There's sheep everywhere. Mark, these sheep, do you know it's weird? Because even though Kinder Scout is like there, just there, in the distance, these sheep are not the same as the ones that are on Kinder Scout. They're like, really don't want to come anywhere near me. They're like, very scared of me, wary, like, what's this guy doing up here? All the walkers should have gone home by now. He's not going anywhere. Can't see, we still have to work out how to do it. This one does, it keeps doing weird noises. I can't zoom in on selfie. See it there? He keeps doing a weird spitting noise, like a hissing. They're different, the sheep up here. Weird sheep, you know. They're not the same as the ones up on Kinder. They're just be coming up to me now, and I'd be having to shoo them off. They'd be wanting some food, guarantee it. If you've been on Kinder, you know what I'm on about. Them sheep up on Kinder are different. He's looking at me now with his 2 lambs. She's looking at me and her 2 lambs like, what are you doing? Why is there someone still here? There's a plane coming over. It's all back to front. There it is. Some lucky buggers going on holiday. They're coming back. Yeah. So I'm going to walk back down to the tent. Made an absolutely monumental mess up in my kit, and I haven't brought any tea bags. And if you know me, that's a problem. Because I like to have a cup of tea. At any whenever I can. Definitely in the morning. That's gonna suck bad. Not having a cup of tea in the morning. Oh, man. Just try not to let it bother me. It is just a drink at the end of the day, but I'm like thinking, I'm gonna have to just boil water. Not then, because I need to. I've got tap water, but I need a nice warm drink, innit? I might just have to have boiled water. Yeah, back at the campsite, look. It's the MSR Elixir one with the Exped SynMat Hyperlight Medium. Super tent. Getting some nice gear going now, just building it up nice and slowly. You know, this is the only tent I've got. Not like some people, I'm out in this tent now. This is my tent. This is my shelter. I'm proud of it. You know, I've got a nice pad. I think I'm going to sleep well if these fucking sheep stay away. Already are, they're coming over. Making a little snack. Already had my tea at home, so this is just a little bit of supper really. It's a cup of soup. Just put into these sort of fold out bowls because they go completely flat in your pack. And it's just a sachet, it's hot water. It's certainly not a meal, you know, it's just a little something. Boil some water. I've completely forgot tea bags, which is a real bummer. I'm just going to have some hot water, just to drink really. I don't need to sterilise the water, it's just tap water I brought with me, but I am just going to make a cup of hot water. No fancy stuff here, it's not titanium, that pot. The stove is a BRS titanium 3000, which is mega cheap on Amazon, and that's just a 100 gram canister. There's that little building. Getting some weird noises that I never got up on Kinder. Like I could hear some sort of I don't know if it's a bird of prey that's on the ground or weasel or something. Making some unsavoury noises. I'm a big boy, I'll be alright. Yeah. Good morning. It's about 4:10, maybe about 4:15 in the morning. It's getting nice and light now. Slept pretty well. I mean, longer would have been nice, but you know, it's getting light now. I want to get the sunrise. Very nice clear skies. It's a tent. Everything's completely covered in condensation. I suppose because we're in this alcove, it's very dewy. Yeah, let's just have a little walk up and check the view of Kinder. Looking pretty nice from what I can see. Stunning. Right, look at that. I think that's called a cloud inversion. That's what they seem to say on the videos where you see that. That's amazing. Okay, just putting the tent away, everything's getting packed away. Had me porridge in there, sort of like protein oat drink, cup of warm water. Need to get going, packing everything into the bag. And you turn your back to the weather and then before you know it, it's like Lord of the Rings, gloomy, misty stuff going on. Can't see very far. Pretty sort of atmospheric now. Show you the view over outside of my little sort of enclosure. Can't even see Kinder now. Well, you can just see the top. Wow, look at that. Can't see far. I'm well in the clouds now. Spooky. That's nice. Almost finished setting away. Just trying to sort of wipe everything down really. There's a lot of condensation on everything. It's pretty dripping wet. Using a cloth, just get it all dry, and then have to just sort of shove it on the clothesline when I get home. It's going to be hot today, so won't take long. Look at that. Can't really make out any of the features on top of Kinder there. I'm trying to think, can you see? I can just make out Edo rocks. The sun's just coming up over next to it. That's well nice. Okay, all packed away. Back in the bag, ready to go. Just for the record, no trace left whatsoever. Wow, bit of flat glass there, that's a lot. Yeah, it's really easy, isn't it? Just don't leave anything behind. Take your rubbish and your shit with you. Don't light a fire or anything. You're right, it's easy, isn't it? It's not hard. Yeah, sun's proper cracking on now. Seeing it even in this little dip here now. Let's go. Bye. Good job I know where I'm going. Fucking hell. Can't see very far. Right, so we're back on this footpath that we took to get into here. Yeah, a nice walk back to the house now. Don't have to get back to the car or anything, just walking home. Pretty cool. Second breakfast, I think. Pop a cup of tea. Yeah, get on with the day. Oh my god, it's soaking wet. Watch this step now. We drop that. Look at it though. All this mist, can't see very far at all. It's like the desolate north. Ugh. Right, it's coming to the end of Shed Yard Clough. Just actually sort of the footpath just takes you through this little wooded bit to get to the bottom. Nice little wild camping spot there. No need to bring a tent. Yeah, coming to the end of my walk home now. Basically, I'm just following the path which goes alongside the River Goit, and I'll turn up at the farm at the bottom here and up onto my street. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been great to camp somewhere new and come out without taking the car, just go from home, walk straight out with stuff. Yeah, it's just a nice little spin on a night out, I suppose. Nicer touch, really. Definitely want to go back there. It's not a massive priority during the summertime, but it's nice to have a spot in mind for a quick wild camp. It's pretty sheltered. It's going to be ideal for those early spring and sort of late autumn camps that are definitely wanting to do now we've got into the hobby. Shout out to Bad Jones, aka the Horny Camper, Offie Wild Camps, and make sure you like and subscribe as well. See more videos. Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, at last.